WNY News Now is sponsored by Chautauqua Audio Works, 3335 South Roberts Road in Fredonia. More than a music store. Call 679-4333. Call now, 679-4333.
Now at noon, a reward is offered for information with a Town of Portland homicide. Chautauqua County's Emergency Services Director is hospitalized.
And I'm Dakota Hunter in the First Defense Weather Center. Seasonable temperatures throughout the week and not much rain to go along with that, but temperatures will soar to a summertime feeling as we get into the weekend. Full details coming up.
And net neutrality comes to an end today.
Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is News Now at noon.
And welcome to News Now at noon. I'm Justin Gould. A live look at our 3rd Street camera where skies are blue. All of our top stories are coming up in just a moment, but first we check in with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter for a first look at our weather.
Hey Justin, and happy Monday everybody. We made it through the weekend and now we're to another work week. But yeah, I actually want to start off this weather segment with the almanac for yesterday. So let's route the main graphics, and I want to show you something because on Friday, if you watched us on Friday, I had projected my high in the 70s for yesterday. Look at where we topped out. 63 degrees was the official high at the airport yesterday for the city of Jamestown. And, you know, when you forecast a high of around 72, you think you'll be at least somewhere close it, but yet you're about 9 degrees off. And this was likely due to all the cloud cover that we had yesterday. Of course, as I often tell you, cloud cover acts like a gigantic blanket, and it actually prevents heat from the sun from going to the ground and warming up our temperatures. But during the nighttime hours, it also protects us for heat loss, so it keeps us warmer during the night. And that's likely what happened, why we only were in the 60s yesterday. We picked up 0.27 inches of rain yesterday officially at the Jamestown airport, obviously nowhere near the records. Live scan on the Viper radar, there is nothing going on, and the radar will remain quiet throughout the day into tomorrow, but a few more rain showers into Wednesday. We'll talk about it in a few, but 71 to 76 at the temp range today, mostly cloudy. Any clouds that we have will break, leading to mostly sunny skies with a northeast wind of 10 to 15 miles per hour. Along with that, full weather segment comes up in just a few minutes, so stay with us.
All right, Dakota, thank you. A reward is being offered for information on a homicide case in the town of Portland. Buffalo Crime Stoppers say a $2,500 reward is offered for information leading to an arrest or indictment of persons responsible for Brian Hayden's homicide. Hayden was found dead on April 21st off of Route 20. New York State Police said the man was homeless and known to travel from his camp west of Brockton to Fredonia daily. Anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers Buffalo at 716-867-6161. The number again is 716-867-6161. And Chautauqua County's Emergency Services Director is recovering after a medical emergency over the weekend. As first reported by WDOE Radio, County Executive George Borrello telling local media that Director John Griffith was taken Sunday to UPMC Chautauqua WCA Hospital, where he was stabilized, then transferred to Hammett in Erie, Pennsylvania. Right now, Borrello said the director appears to be stable. The executive hopes for a speedy recovery. He said his thoughts and prayers are with Griffith's family and him at this point. The county's deputy fire coordinator, Scott Cummings, will head the department until Griffith's return. And what's known as net neutrality is officially going out of the window today. Net neutrality means that the internet providers have to treat everyone equally online. In other words, no speeding up, slowing down, or blocking specific websites or online services. The rule passed under President Obama, but the Trump administration scrapped it in December. The Federal Communications Commission says the repeal, which goes into effect today, will remove problematic regulations. But opponents say the repeal gives internet providers the power to choke competitors and new technologies. Some lawmakers, states, and tech companies are already fighting to save the rule. When we return, Motivational Monday, presented by the Fitness Bunker, kicks off a brand new week demonstrating how push-ups can translate to more complex workouts. Stay with us.
You're watching WNY News Now. This is News Now at noon.
Brought to you by the people giving hope at Gifts Decor and More. With the controversial kratom, Gifts Decor and More is giving hope to Southern Chautauqua County residents, one visit at a time.
The Fitness Bunker in Lakewood is a locally owned and operated club that cares about your health and wellness. They invest in it. Right now, $16 for 16 days will get you in the door. Lose 4 pounds, your next month is on them. Try a green zone class and maximize your performance. Hot yoga, 24/7 access. Simply walk into Fitness Bunker in Lakewood right now on Summit Avenue. Make an investment in your health and wellness. Fitness Bunker in Lakewood. Find them on Facebook.
I just love to be with the dogs, and I like to do them one at a time. They don't wait for 5 hours in my shop. We have full groom, which includes everything from A to Z, nails, of course brushing, any trimming that needs to be done. I do offer teeth brushing, which is a little extra. So if he takes me 2 hours, it's $40. If he takes me 3 hours, I still keep it down. As long as the dog comes back happy and not at the door, I'm happy.
Welcome back, Motivational Monday. My name's Joe Walsh. So last time I was here, we kind of talked about balance and working out, and we used a couple different body weight exercises to demonstrate that. The first exercise being push-ups. Today, we're gonna kind of talk about the push-up and how that push-up can translate into more complicated movements, for instance, the bench press. So first, we'll break down our push-up again. So when we started with the push-up, we first wanted to look at our spine, and we wanted to create a stable, neutral spine. We did that with the cue, tight glutes, tight abs. If you think of our pelvis as kind of like a bowl and a bowl full of water, a lot of people will get either a forward tilted or back tilted bowl, and that would spill the water out, which we don't want. We want that nice neutral spine, so we say tighten our glutes to get our pelvis in that neutral position. We lock our abs to keep our spine in that neutral position. From that point, once we understand the stable spine, that's when we kind of look at our shoulders. Our shoulders is going to be where any upper body movement really kind of starts from or originates, because we're creating power to move a weight, and to create power, we need torque. So we're going to kind of talk about torque in terms of like rotating your shoulder in or rotating your shoulder out. What we want to do is rotate our shoulder out, just so we don't put too much stress on our rotator cuff, as opposed to rotating our shoulder in. So with two different types of push-ups, you might see somebody with a very flared push-up in that T position, and in that T position, our shoulder rotates forward. I mean, you can see as I put my elbow up into that T position, and we don't want that just because of the overdue stress on our rotator cuff. And when we're working out, we're looking for longevity, not short-time results or short-term results. So instead of that flared position, we talked about that tucked arrow position. We're creating an arrow with our arms and our body. So in that more gymnastics position, tight glutes, tight abs, my forearms almost stay perpendicular to the ground the entire time as I'm moving. And that creates external rotation, keeps our shoulders back, and it's a much safer position for our shoulder. So when we do our push-up like that, we want that same exact form to translate into all of our more complicated exercises, like a bench press. So same problem arrives in a bench press. A lot of people get into that teed out position, and we still want to be in that tuck neutral position. This time, instead of me moving, the bar is going to be moving. So as I get set for a bench press, I'm unracking the bench press. I'm making sure my shoulders get to the back of my shoulder sockets, and as I'm descending down, the bar's coming just past my sternum. I'm in that arrow position if you're looking at my body and my arms, and I'm pressing up and back towards my chin, returning to that start position. So again, right down just past your sternum and back. Keeping our shoulders in that externally rotated position is going to be a much safer shoulder. We're going to be able to bench much longer, and we're going to avoid injury. That's my tips. This was Motivational Monday, and my name's Joe Walsh.
The weather weather is heating up, and so are the deals at Express Bike and Auto, right here in Jamestown, located at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension. They are your one-stop shop for all of your vehicle, ATV, and motorcycle needs. They even sell vehicles, and guess what? Financing is available. So what are you waiting for? Get to Express Bike and Auto right here in Jamestown at 1761 Foot Avenue Extension now.
First Defense Weather is sponsored by Quick Solutions of Jamestown. Count on Quick Solutions for printing, copying, mass mailings, and so much more. Part of your team. Learn more at QuickSolutionsUSA.com. That's QuickSolutionsUSA.com.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
Today might be Motivational Monday, but I have no motivation to work out. That's the reason why I look like this. Let's take a look at the Sky Vision Camera Network. That's the camera coming from Chautauqua Lake, and I don't know whose boat that is docked out there, but if that's your boat, hi, and you can see the water looking pretty good with that nice sunshine. On to the graphics, and we will take a look at the weather headlines to start off with. Back to a seasonable feeling for this week, so it's going to feel much like the season, so that's going to be very nice. Now, as we go throughout the week, it's mainly going to be dry throughout the much of the week, and as I told you on Friday, that if we don't get any substantial amount of rain within the next few weeks, we do have to start looking at some potential drought issues, and you don't want to start summer in a drought. But some areas don't need the rain. Some do, but if you're looking for it, not a whole lot of it. The next rain chance is going to be Wednesday, and that doesn't look like a big deal either, so there's no really rain there either. And the weekend, July-like heat and humidity comes back. Once again, we're talking temperatures in the 80s for the weekend. And looking farther out in the longer ranges into voodoo country, it looks like the 80s will continue into next week. That's an if. We'll keep you updated. For the pollens, tree and grass is still running moderate, wheat is still low, and mold is still not counted. So yeah, I mean, I was over in the weather center this morning just sneezing my head off because of all this, but I'm right there with you if you've been suffering with all this. Want to get around to golfing today? Perfecto, 71 down to 72. You can see we'll top out around 74 at 4 o'clock. And by the time we go on the air at 5, please join us at 5 o'clock. We're a lot of fun at that hour. And you can see I don't put emojis in my forecast very often, but it's going to be a great day if you want to go out and golf. And maybe you're not a golfer, you want to put your boat out on Lake Erie. Looking great for that. 61 degrees is the current water temperature off Buffalo, 59 off Erie. Wave heights around 10 to 15 knots, creating waves of around 2 to 3 feet. We are under the influx of big, juicy, gorgeous high pressure. This high pressure is keeping this rain at bay, and it's keeping it to the south. So we're not going to see this. This actual low pressure is kind of moving this way, but this high pressure is kind of keeping all this down to our south, and it's going to keep us dry throughout the next couple of days. Zone by zone we go, and temperatures go into the 80s for most areas. Take a look at this. Lower to mid 80s across most areas. Summer, a nice bit of summer, and a bit of a healthy breeze as well. So that will help, but at least the humidity will stay down into a somewhat comfortable factor, just slightly humid. Eastward we go, lower 80s out here, nice sunshine with a south wind continuing. Now, the future, brought to you by Quick Solutions. And 77 Wednesday, we're bringing a chance for a few rain showers and thunderstorms at that point. Of course, that'll cool off our temperatures just a tad bit. And then we're continuing to be dry throughout the remainder of the week. And look at that, by Sunday, 82 degrees and full sunshine. And again, looking longer out in the longer ranges, this warmer temperatures looks like it will continue, Justin, into next week.
All right, Dakota, thank you. News continues online at WNYNewsNow.com. And of course, we're right back here live at 5.